Trench Talk Live, we keep it real. Breaking down the game, giving out the deal. NCAA, we talking skills. From the grind to the shine, we getting thrills. Let's go. Lights on, mic check, time to go live. Game talk, real talk, straight from the grind. Recruitment, NIL, we cover it all. From the field to the books, we never gon' stall. Trench Talk Live, we keep it real. Breaking down the game, giving out the deal. NCAA, we talking skills. From the grind to the shine, we getting thrills. Let's go. Yeah, we talking facts. TC3, run it back.
Good, man. All right, I appreciate y'all. All right, so I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try and give you a little bit better intro this time.
I got you.
I'm gonna get right. Let me get you right real quick, brother. So, a native of the 252, man, born and raised in Bertie County, man, one of the finest of the 252. My brother's a product of UNC, the University of North Carolina. I give him his praise, give him his props, man. You know what I'm saying? They play football over there too. They do all right. An all-star with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, former NFL draft pick to the Minnesota Vikings, is a former St. Louis Ram as well. Played for a host of teams in the NFL, an all-star with Winnipeg, played for the Eskimos. My teammate in Saskatchewan briefly, man, been pancaking defenders through time zones and area codes, man. My dog, Travis Bond, man, appreciate you for coming on today, brother.
What to do, bro, man? What's going on, TC? How's going on, Duke Blue Devil?
Man, you know, man, I can't complain, bro. I really can't complain. It's been a good little ride, been a good little day, man. So look, I'm happy to have you up here, man. Representing the crib, representing us, man.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying? This big to me, man. Cause
You already know, man.
we done. Look, it ain't many of us that come from. First of all, it ain't many of us that play up front that come from the crib.
Nah, it
It's
ain't too many, man.
no old linemen that make it for the crib, let alone to make it and play for as long as you played, bro. Like as long as you played, held it down, dominated at every level, man. That's really what I really want to tap in on, man, because you know what I'm saying. I feel like it's important. A lot of people they talk about quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, you know, even the D linemen get some love with the sacks, TFL, but don't nobody give us no love, man.
Nah, man. And you see it now, man, more so in the high school level. You know, a lot of kids don't want to play offensive line. And I feel like that's so crazy to me. I'm like, don't you know all you doing is going left and going right? That's all you got to do. And you go forward from time to time. You might got to get out the run. You might not. And they paying you $100 million now. Ooh.
Man, dog.
Ooh.
It's and that's man. Listen, man. Look. Let's go ahead and get into it. 'Cause that's what I really want to talk about. Like the fact that they really just handing out the bags the way they are, and it's like I'm down here in Florida now, bro, and
Okay.
it's just like you saying, bro. It's like wow to me how a lot of kids are just like, I gotta play O line because I ain't quite fast enough, or I don't catch the ball real well, or I don't play. And I'm like, bro, you do realize that this ain't really the hardest job in the world.
It's not.
And you get to be as physical as you want to be. Like, matter of fact, I'd rather say whoa than giddy up. So
I ain't bull job.
hey man, run off the ball. Look, I tell them, I was like, run off the ball. Just run off the ball. I'll fix the rest. Run off
That's
the
your
ball.
least words. Get off the ball.
Just get off the ball.
We'll teach the rest down the road.
Man, so man, let's go back, man. Let's go back at the beginning, because you know what I'm saying. Like I tell people my story again, coming from Tarboro, small town. Bro, let's talk about yours, bro. What was it like coming up in Bertie? Because you know we got hoop dreams too for a little while back in the crib. Look now, we be fighting with that basketball rim sometimes. Like I think
it's tough, man. It was tough for me now because you know being 6'8", you know, well, coming around being from Coleraine, North Carolina, you know, it's different down there. And people always talk about the 252. They think about Rocky Mount, Greenville, even Tarboro. But I'm like, man, there's parts down there that go deeper than that. Like it's real country, you know. Even in my hometown, there was a total of like 200 people in the town. But in the county, you know, we got a big county. We got one of the largest land masses in North Carolina. And when you thinking about that area, you thinking about guys like Jeffro Pugh back in the 60s and 70s, played with the Cowboys, got like 3 Super Bowls. William D.D. Hogg, uh,
Mhm.
uh, Pedro Cherry was a National Player of the Year in '89 from Burt T. High School in football, ended up going to Auburn University. So I tell people, like, it's a history down there of football players. Then we don't even get to the ranking boys yet. Like those guys, like one of them played at Oklahoma. 4 year
Mhm.
starter, got 2 national championships and a host of, you know, conference championships. And when you saw guys like that coming around, and then you got the high school football team, you know, people talk about Tarboro a lot. And I'm like, man, being in that area, like we heard about Tarboro, but I tell people I never even played against Tarboro. Like those were one of the teams that was fortunate enough I never got a chance to play. You know, at the time I was in the 3A division. And
Yeah.
Tarboro, they always been around like the 1A, 2A. And now
Yep.
it's
Yep.
changing again. And I'm just like, man, look, being in that area and get a chance to play against that talent, and I'm like, man, this guy's from Southwest Edgecombe that I talked to, Wilson Fight. And I'm like, those guys, you know, they still remember the glory days. And I'm like, man, you know, coming from that area, you don't see a lot of guys that progress as my size. You know, there's guys that came around like Tootie Robbins. He played 14 years in NFL from Burt T. You know, guys like that, I don't even know. You know, they came around in the 70s. And, you know, I'm coming around trying to make my mark on football. You know, you come from little old Burt T and you get a chance to play against guys at these football camps. And you be like, damn, man, like, I can play for real. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a freshman going against seniors. And I'm
Yep.
winning like best offense lineman at the camp, and you know, you hearing about guys from Greenwood Rose, Independence, those type of high schools. I'm like, man, I never saw what actually separated us so much. You know, just coming to
Mhm.
the area now, you see the difference. Like they got more skill than big guys. And I'm like, so that's gonna hurt you down the road in the playoffs.
Oh.
Nowadays, you got to have guys up front. And I tell
Mhm.
people, Tarboro solidifies that in a definitely in a 2-5-2 standpoint. Like they come off the ball, they run the ball, they pass for fun. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Them the best teams that's coming through the state championship now. And, you know, being from the Burt T area, it's like, damn, man, like that 3A division different. Like I give respect to guys that play in the 1A, 2A, 3A, in the division, man. Like if you win it all of it, like you got the respect of the state. Like people recognize you, and like me not being fortunate enough to win it. Like I kind of envy those guys like you. Like I wanted to win a state championship, you know, and that feels good to bring it back to your hometown. And you know, playing in front of like 10,000 people in old Burt T County. Like that's unheard of, man. Playing against guys like Tydreek Powell, played at Carolina. Danny Dembry played at Hereford
Mhm.
County, went to
Yep.
Wake Forest. Lamarcus Bond, Marcus Bunnell, man, it was Rashad Mercer. Like, it was a host of guys down there that played. Durante McNeil played at East
Yeah.
Carolina
Yeah.
briefly.
ECU. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like guys like that, man. You don't you talk about them, but you go to college, and it's like, oh, this a different level here. Now I see what the Florida guys talk about. I see what the Texas guys talk about, and for me, you know, think about the Shrine Bowl. Going into the Shrine Bowl, I didn't even start. I didn't come in until the second half. We didn't get a touchdown until I came in and we ran the ball. The crazy thing is, Terry Schenkel scored a touchdown that game. It was a defensive fumble or a field goal, and they stripped it, fumble. Terry picked it up and ran the touchdown. I come in the second half. We run like a veer to the left. I'm playing left tackle. Come in, block the linebacker. It's six. And you know things like that. You and then you run across the coaches. You know when you get to college, they like, oh man, you know you was one of the guys I was worried about. I was like, why? Just because they ain't starting an All Star game? I came in and I played all the offensive linemen. What you talking about?
Man, and you talk about that, bro, and that's really the same and what did it for me. Like
Yeah,
if you walk, cause I walk into the Shrine Bowl and I'm like, man, these
they
cats,
don't know us.
like these cats from Charlotte, these cats from like I done heard of Millbrook, I done heard of Butler, I done heard of,
Right,
but they looking at me like Tar, bro, and I'm like,
right.
yeah, bro. And they like, bro, didn't y'all play in the state championship? I'm like, yeah, we won.
You
Like,
feel me? Like we
but
play ball.
yeah, but then it's like, okay, let me show up and let me really show you why. One, because I know, like I know, oh, we offer checking now. We going in there typing the name and like, wait,
Yeah, he one of them.
he got an Oklahoma offer. Oh
You
no,
feel
I
me?
gotta try him tomorrow. And it's wild because my Shrine Bowl, like we played against Corey Miller. That was the Corey Miller, Marcus
Hmm.
Lattimore, Martavius Bryant. Like it was that team, and they was like, "Yo, y'all finna lose by 50." And between me, Keenan Allen, Josh
Okay.
Sneed,
Yeah.
who else was on team?
Gerard
Demario.
James.
Yeah, we
You know
all
his
down there
father
like,
is
bro,
the
we
head coach
literally
at Edenton.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what?
We all looking at each other like, bro, I watch this. They watch this, and
Stephon Gilmore was the quarterback again
man,
at South
dog,
Carolina. Dog, listen to me.
going crazy, and we stuffing it. And I'm looking at it. I'm looking at them boys like, hey, bro, y'all. Look, I'm low key like, hey, bro, y'all sure y'all don't want to come to Duke with me, bro?
You
Like,
feel me?
we can
Come
use
on to
y'all.
Carolina, man.
Like, we
Not the offensive lineman, more like all the defensive guys like Dante Moss, Jared McAdoo, Josh Hunter,
man,
Terry Shank, all those guys coming to Carolina. And I'm
man,
like,
look,
oh, that's what I'm gonna be playing against in practice. Oh,
bro.
okay. I like that.
Bro. Matter of fact, I'm glad you bring that up, bro. So it's funny because I seen what Dante commented on the repost, and you talking about something you played against. So I really
Oh yeah.
wanted to get up under there and be like, yeah, bro, your senior year, you definitely played against me, my boy. You definitely saw me on that
Dante
grass.
got to see this.
Man, dog, I never forget, bro. They talked that man up so bad. They talked me so greasy the whole week. They was
you
like,
got to you got to understand something. His first 2 years, like
bro,
Dante was a guy.
like when I say, but the wild part was that's all I heard all week. Oh, you ain't got no chance. This the number one player in the state. He going to Carolina. He finna be Nick Julius Pepper.
Hey,
Boy,
look,
he went out there and it was like, hey, bro, every chance you can get to hit him.
you got to.
Hell,
A guy like that, man, you got to go at him, man. You know, and Dante not one of those where he going like you're not gonna just run at him. You know, you got to bring 2 or 3 blockers with you. You know, you might look at him, you know, slew foot type guy. You know, don't look strong. I'm like, yeah, okay,
yeah. Hey,
okay,
I ain't gonna lie now. He bought it. He bought
yeah,
it.
he gonna bring it
Good
now.
little game. Like he really bought it, bro. But I mean, we did our thing in the end, man.
Yeah,
I
y'all
ain't gonna lie.
did, y'all did.
We ended up putting 2, 3 bullets in him every time, and it's like, look, all right. By the fourth quarter, you look, he ain't playing running back no more. We like, them knees and them
They
hips,
don't feel the
they're not
same.
liking it. They
And
not
God,
liking it.
and think about these young cats now, man. You know, watching a high school football game. You know, and I tell guys, it's the guys that be in the weight room that's getting all the attention now. You know, it ain't all about just how good you look. No, I'm seeing these 5. Look at the guy that at the Shrine, not the Shrine Bowl, but the Senior Bowl. Short guy from Carolina, number
Oh
53.
yeah.
Listen
The
to me.
center, yeah.
5'10".
Hey, let's keep it a band though. Let's keep it a band. Butch D would have never touched him. Butch
Never
D would have
touched him.
never look. Sam and Butch D wouldn't even have never looked at, wouldn't even have sniffed it. If you wouldn't, I remember, bro. I remember. I will never forget it. Sam walked into the school, looked at me, and said, "You're not tall enough to play tackle."
You know who he brought in with me?
Brent,
Brendan.
whatchamacallit? Yeah, Brandon, yeah.
I ain't even know who Brendan was.
Bro, y'all were the Monstars, bro. When y'all walked, I was like,
Bro, you got to understand something.
who's going?
Nobody ever talked about Brendan ever to me. Never
Bro.
heard of him. The only talk I heard about was Xavier Nixon.
Oh
Now
man, look, him and Dante, them two names, bro, they
that's
couldn't do
all
it.
you heard.
Bro, that was
Li-
everything. Him
Listen
and
to me, man.
bro.
He was like my Achilles heel. And I tell him about, I like, now Xavier was good now. Don't
Oh
let
yeah,
certain things fool you now. I'm like, bro, we're good. You know, he
Xavier
played
had
in
a
big
peak
boy
boy.
division. Had
Xavier
them
had the
feet.
feet, boy. He was gonna
True.
move. He was not gonna stand in one spot with he was going for yes,
I tell
sir.
you another guy that you played with. Well, you played against him. Will Simmons.
Hey, Will gonna put them grippers on you, boy. Will gonna and when he latch on,
You know
it's
what's
on
crazy?
there. It's
He
on there.
he wasn't even the biggest guy on his offensive line in high school.
No, he won't.
I
He was
tell people,
not.
I said he wasn't even the biggest. It was DJ.
Yeah,
Y'all don't even, bro. They were so big, man. I tell guys, I'm like, bro, that's what I had to go against. That's
bro.
every week. You got guys like Northeastern, Hertford County, and Pasquotank used to have they used to have some big guys. Then when you get to the playoffs,
Pascal Tank gonna have a 6'2", 340 pound guard nose. This just gonna want to go out there and be a heavyweight, make it a heavyweight fight, and just ha
all day.
every now. You be like, man, come on, dog.
Northeastern gonna have about six of them too. Back then, Northeastern had some guys, but man, it's funny, man, because I tell people we used to beat Northeastern 56-26 back then,
Bro.
40-0 at half. I'm talking, I ain't even play no more after third quarter. I'm on the sideline.
And now Northeastern in the state championship every other year. You can't. They sending a kid D1 every year. Like I'm like, dang,
Did you
what?
ever play against Northeastern?
I never played against them because same thing. They weren't good. Like when we was in high school, like bro, that was like. But these, if we saw Hertford, if we looking up that way, we waiting on Hertford County. It's like, hey, all right, if they y'all hear that now, get
They were
ready,
see they
get
they beat
ready.
the dog snot out of us my senior year. I mean, it was bad, but my senior year, man, we ain't have nobody, man. We ain't have a lot of guys that was varsity ready. Some of these guys first time putting on the varsity jersey. It was bad my senior year. They were good though my senior year. They went far in the playoffs. I think Rocky Mount, one of those teams, man. They don't never do good in the postseason, man. They kind of be a disappointment because you
Mhm.
think they're gonna do so much. But basketball, we ain't even gonna get on basketball. But football, fo- football, Rocky Mount, they not to me. I feel like they gonna beat back then. They beat people in their conference, and then when it got time to the playoffs, man, they could never get past the third round. I never played Rocky Mount.
Rocky Mount is notorious for being a basketball school. That's what they are, and like they fight it, they fight it, they fight it. They really try and like they produce good football players, but like as a whole, as a total, it's a
Offensive lineman,
basketball school.
not
Yeah,
too many. I don't know too many other guys that play from
they had
Rocky Mount. They
they
had a guy
had
that went to Wake Forest.
they had Mike Mason that played receiver at Carolina,
They did.
and most recently they had Big Country. But Keyshawn Silver, but he transferred. Keyshawn is at USC now, bro. Keyshawn went from Carolina to Kentucky to Southern Cal. Big bag, big bag,
Could
big bag. Throw it over the shoulder and run. Big bag.
could you imagine them
You know,
guys walking through your door right now and be like, TC, man, we want to give you.
tell us what it was like. Go ahead. Tell us what it was like. You
if
was
I
there? No. How was y'all living? You tell us.
I put it to you like this, man. I seen times when I walked in and saw certain things, I was just like, y'all do this for me? You know, little kid, not little, but kid from Burt T. Y'all doing this? And we talking about Michigan, V
Yeah,
Tech,
yeah. You had, bro.
Stanford.
Bro, you had all of them, bro. You had everybody. That was the other thing. It's like, and like just like we were saying, bro. It's like because our area is so like rarely recruited. Like if you blow up, you blow up, and you blow all the way up. So,
And being 6'8", it was a plus. let me
bro. So
let me tell you how UNC recruited me though. The crazy thing is, the first time I met Coach Davis, see, Coach Browning came to the school.
the
The first
OG,
OG came to the school
OG.
my freshman year. They came to the school, bro. I'm thinking I'm in trouble. But you know, tall, white guy, silver hair. I mean, dressed nice, Carolina down. And you like,
Hmm.
what? So then come time it's my sophomore year, junior year, sophomore, it was my sophomore year. We're in the gym playing basketball. So coaches saw me playing basketball, bro. Like you in the gym, like you can move, you can dribble, like you can shoot, and they see things like that. And then the crazy thing, they started coming to my AU practices. Coach Moore at Northeastern, he'll tell you, like, yeah, Coach Davis used to come to his AU practices, see me playing in AU tournaments. They didn't believe I was as good as the coaches was telling them, but he was like, look, there's a difference between his AU ball and his high school ball because it's a different type of game. And I tell guys like, look, man, if you are an athlete and you can play more than one sport, not saying it got to be basketball, it could be anything. It's helping you cross train for your main sport, which is going
Absolutely.
to help you adapt when it comes to injuries, when it comes to thinking on the fly, when you playing against really good opponents. Like you can't just be big, strong. Like you got to learn how to use your feet, finesse
Mhm.
these guys, hands, like learn what his pressure points at so you can make him twitch a little bit, get him to go where you want him to go. I'm like, it's the little
Mhm.
things, man. And people ask me all the time, like, what did you do? What you mean? What did I do, man? I listen to my coaches, and I use the techniques that people don't expect me to use because I'm 6'8". Like I'm out here blocking guys that's 5'8", playing DN. I'm looking like, yeah, y'all tripping. And I'm out here, I'm just using hands and feet, but these guys can play. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
14 and they 18. Like it's a
Yeah.
different type of atmosphere, and guys don't believe that. But I'm like, man, the smallest guy most of the time is gonna win. It's gonna bring that tenacity. He already built low to the ground. But if you get a guy like myself, like you, like able to bend, play, move
Mhm.
your feet, like man, you got yourself something good here. And coaches started to see that. And then they saw how, just being smart, man. Smart guy, always willing to learn. I'm in practice trying to return punts. I'm like seriously out here getting tackled and stuff. Like man, I had fun in high school, bro. Like I love doing stuff like that. I'm out here playing, DN. I want to get some sacks too. I'm out here winning. And I tell God, I did it all, man. I try to block punts. I try to do all that stuff.
That was the fun part too, man. And like coming up in like small town, small back home football, a lot of it is, bro, you might be playing 3, 4 different positions, or you coming up, you might, yeah, I was an old lineman, but it's like just like you playing multiple sports. So it's funny when before I got to Duke, I literally thought I was the slowest thing ever because I'm chasing around. Bro, we chasing around skill kids. My high school, they going to the state championship in the 4x1 every year. I'm chasing them in practice, running gassers. I'm like, bro, I'm so slow. Man, I got to Duke, bro. I'm flying. And they like, yo.
They couldn't believe it.
And I'm like,
Couldn't
oh,
believe it. Like, how
that's
you running that fast, big fella?
they
Like,
like that's all of this is. That's all I know. So it's
that's
like,
it.
bro, that's how I had to survive. If I don't run that fast, we got to run another one. Like I
We
don't know that.
talking. We used to have this thing called like 2,000 Mondays. Like you got to run at least 2,000 yards after practice. That's the
Whew.
minimum. And like TC, I tell guys, man, I'm like, y'all got to understand something. Tarboro ran it down there, they
Uh,
division, but I'm like, you got to think. I played in the 3A, 4A division. I said, bro, we playing against Rose, Newburn,
New
Hunt,
burn, half lock.
uh, uh, Tyrell Worthington went to South Central out of Greenville.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
Monteith,
TC.
Monteith was down there at South Central. He ended up at ECU. Tyrell was down there.
Listen,
Y'all playing?
Tyrell was so good, bro. He was so good. I didn't believe Tyrell was that good because when I first seen him, I think he was on JV. And then when I was already on varsity. Then when I played him that next year, I wrapped my arms up the tackle, bro. He 15 yards downfield. I'm on my face. I, it's on film, bro.
You said it's so tape. It's
Like, and
real.
and they was like, he better in baseball. What? What you
Whew,
talking about?
whew.
I mean, tough guys like that, like Greenville Rose, Jonathan Williams,
Hey, listen. You
averaged a
talk
first
about
down.
Man, listen, the backs that like again, I'm down here in Florida. So like me trying to explain back home to a lot of people, they're like, bro, come on, bro. We play in Florida, bro. Come on. And I'm like, but y'all gotta understand, Jonathan Williams was a completely different monster, like a complete different animal. And the crazy part is the same stuff he did in high school. He went to ECU and did the same thing. He didn't change. Like the production never dropped off. It was
Never
just,
dropped off.
can he get right up here? Yeah, it was this. If he had that right, oh, bro, there was
Sundays,
no man
Sundays.
Sundays,
Think
like
about
Hall
who
of
were the first
Famer,
one. You ain't even see the other guy,
bro.
Andre
You know,
Brown.
I don't. Oh,
You ain't even
oh,
see Andre. I seen this man live in person at Burt T. 2-4 to the corner of his show. I think he wore number 8 back then. He might. I can't remember what. Hey, listen to him. I just remember him taking that thing to the house in that white, blue, and green. He took about 3 to the house before they stopped kicking it to him. That was
um,
in the first quarter.
bro. But that's the stuff I be telling a lot of these kids about. I'm like, listen, y'all. I get it. I know where we at. But I'm telling you, I done seen some rare, strange, like some dudes that it's like,
He was
hey,
even better at NC State, bro.
man,
I
he
mean, bro,
was. He
I
really
went
turned up.
when he found out I was from Burt T, man, he started to laugh. He said, "Man, I used to whip up on y'all boys." I said, "It'll be a different ball game now, big dog." Then he did like that. I mean, bro, I was like 6. I was like 15. Bro, was rocked up. I
That's
NC State had that boy built different at the time, and guys like that, man, that made you want to get better. That
yes.
made you want to lift weights, man. Because I'm like, if he looked like that, imagine what I can do when I really get to my body frame, when I start
Telling you,
really knowing what I'm out here doing on the field day in and day out. I'm talking about when my sophomore year came in high school, night and day,
man.
night and day.
And it's crazy. That's about the year that the light bulb click on. Cause it's
Right.
like, oh, this kind of easy. Like this really ain't that hard. Y'all really not good like that. Like,
TC, I
okay,
didn't even
okay.
play O line until I got to high school. I played quarterback, running back, and receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, when you coming from the crib, it's like, look, bro, you play whatever you can. Like you
Anything.
literally whatever they can throw you out there, throw you in a jersey at. And I hated it for me because I was so far over the weight limit, they wouldn't let me play. So it was like,
I ain't play till I got to middle school because I couldn't. Same thing. Couldn't play in the little pee wee league and stuff. Too
yeah,
big.
that
Max weight
one
was 275. I was like,
that
uh.
160, I was like 160.
Well,
Ain't been
no,
160 since I was
well,
about 8. Like,
it might have been 170. I was too big, bro. I always been too big. Like you got to think when I played in middle school. I don't know if y'all played against teams like Roper Middle School. They over
nah,
there
we
in Plymouth.
stayed we stayed pretty local in middle school. High school is when we started to kind of
Who
maneuver.
did y'all play in the 2-5? Like who did y'all play down my way in the 2-5?
The closest we got to you, to be honest with you, we played more Halifax County than anything because we were playing. That was when we was going back and forth with Ronald Rapp. Bro, I was playing Kareem 2 times a year.
I didn't know that, bro.
That's why, honestly, that's why when we got to college, bro, I would get in my stance and he would get down and we start laughing because it's like, bro,
Already knew.
I know what you're about to do. Like, you not gonna change. I'm not gonna change. We be on the field and it would just be like,
So you
"What's
played
up,
against
bro?"
JJ.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Matter of fact, that Carolina picture that popped up right there, JJ standing in the back. Yes, bro. Yes, I played
He was
against
my
super,
mentee.
bro. JJ was scary strong, bro. Scary strong.
Somebody, even in that picture, bro, I remember I posted and people were like on their comments and they was like, "You stronger than him?" He was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Most definitely." He
Man,
for sure strong. And I thought, I thought I was a strong guy. I
man.
thought I was strong until I saw guys like Russell Bodine.
Again, y'all were the monster. You see what I'm saying? Y'all were the monster. Like, okay, okay, all right. Here's another proof y'all were the monster. The fact that Terry was as talented as Terry was, and Terry won't even a highlight on y'all team, bro. Like, as talented, like we sitting around T Shank, we laugh, but like, hey, bro, T Shank was like that, bro. Like,
I be trying to tell, but I'm
he
like, let
was
me go read
actually
that.
like that. Like, bro, football Friday, yeah, Terry Shank, yeah, Terry
That's
Shank,
when I
yeah,
first like
and it's like,
him and Josh Hunter used to hit me up on him, Tavon Austin. Tavon tried to get me to come to West Virginia, bro. I was like, West Virginia, like I ain't know nothing. I'm like, I'm already in the country. I ain't going back. I'm gonna tell
Boy,
you
you
that
got
now.
that's a different kind of country.
I can't do it. But those guys like you knew. Like once you got a chance to see them play, and I was fortunate enough to see Terry play at the Shrine Bowl, and I was like, 1A?
Yes, bro.
That
Yes.
will that will open my eyes up to 1A because I never played a 1A school. I ain't never even see y'all play on film, dog, until later down college. I was like, I ain't even know. Well, when y'all played in the state championship game, and then I ran into you.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah,
first
yeah.
1A game that I saw. Cause Kevin Jones and his
Yep.
twin brother, they're from Burt T.
For real?
They father coached at Burt T. That he coached after I coached. Yeah, they got a cousin named Calvin Freeman that I played with. I know KJ and them. KJ always commenting on my. That's what look. I like KJ.
Hey, listen, hey, KJ running it at the crib right now, man. Like,
KJ couldn't even start on Burt T basketball team back then.
bro, listen, bro, them boy. Look, the only
We
thing
just talked about it.
I used to pick at KJ about it all the time. 'Cause I used to be like, KJ, are you gonna get tall enough to play basketball? Because you really need to be out here with us on this football field.
KJ will tell you
He gonna go out there and
basketball.
shoot it now. He
Yeah.
gonna go out there and shoot it. He
Both of
gonna
them used to come back to Burt T and play. After they grad, bro,
uh,
listen to it. They used to come back to Burt T and play. I came back through on a Sunday one time. They was in the gym. I was like, bro, what y'all doing here? They was like, we came to hoop. Cause he said it the other day. He said, bro, I came down and hooped at Burt T for a year and came back to Tarboro and realized how much my game had changed. It's
I believe
different
it.
down there, bro.
I believe it.
Like you
I
got to
believe
play
it.
against Hereford County, Northeastern was basketball, dog.
Basketball, yeah.
And they all play football. Javon Brahms,
Javon
Javon, he played at
youngest.
East Carolina.
Yeah, I was about to say he was older. I think he was a little
hmm
older than me. Yeah.
He was a center in high school, bro, and played receiver at like 6'5". This the man I got to keep up with on the basketball court.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you,
Different
you gotta
breed.
you built different, bro. You built different, and like that's the other crazy thing. It's like you got 3A, 4A schools back home, and then you got like in one county, and then right beside that county is little 1A school. Little bitty, I mean 1A school, two
We
middle schools, that's it. Like, you're like, bro, what?
two middle schools, dog, and we all went at the time. It was so Darius Wesson.
Yeah, yeah.
So those people went to Southwestern. They had about 1,300 kids. I went to CG White. We had about 300 kids.
300?
Listen to me, bro. Sixth, seventh, eighth grade, we had about 300 kids. My football team at one point had about 13 kids. Me and my homeboy got kicked off. He canceled the season. I only played against Darius them one time. Out of like a 4 or 5 year span, we didn't even play the middle school because kids kept getting kicked off. Like we didn't win a game until I started playing, bro. It went like on a 4 or 5 year stretch. They didn't win a game.
See, that's the difference, bro. That's where y'all messed up. And I don't realize that now that I'm coaching. That's where y'all messed up. See, our middle school was like a feeder. And like all that little
Other
group of
middle
us,
school,
bro, we literally all together. Like our senior year, again, you could have closed our eyes and called a play. And I could have told you where everybody was gonna be. Like you would have been like freeze. And we probably could tell you where the next person was gonna be at just because we had been together that long.
we
Like,
haven't. I didn't play with some of these guys until high school. See,
oh no,
Darius and them, I played with him on like my AU basketball team. That's when I first met Darius from playing basketball. So we played in this YMCA league back home. That's how I met those guys. But at the time, I didn't even know they played football. But you realize, like, damn, like they the stars on their middle school team. And to come to find out, I'm the star because I'm getting all the touchdowns. I'm throwing touchdowns, catching touchdowns, running touchdowns. I
man,
used
one
to
man show over there.
one man show, and I'm like, and I told the boys one time, like, man, imagine if we all played on the same middle school, and then we grew up and developed to the high school, and then
I'm
some of the
telling you,
guys that didn't even play. Think about the guys at your school that didn't even play that could have.
bro. We to this day, I think one of the greatest tackles, one of the greatest linebackers I ever seen was 5'4" and weighed 160 pounds, and had over 200 tackles for 3 years in a row,
Well, he
and
didn't play nowhere.
didn't play nowhere. 5'4", 160.
I'll give you one better than that, TC. honest to God, one of the smartest guys, and I think I'm a pretty smart fella. One of the smartest guys I know, man. His name Taiwan Outlaw. Played with him, and he's like my first second cousin. Played with him in middle school. Like, dude was just so smart. He one of those guys I tell anybody should be playing on Sunday, but he like 6'5", can move. It's like seeing Travis 2.0, just a little bit shorter. Football now, bro can move. Play 1 year. He one of the guys I always tell people that's one of the guys that should have played somewhere. You know, he ain't the only one. I know a plethora of them,
Oh, bro, we got them littered through the crib. They look. I hate to say it, but boy, FedEx and Walmart got boy. If they put together a team,
you hear me?
ooh, ooh,
Imagine if the street boys and corner boys got a team. It's sad to say it,
man,
but some of the best talent I ever seen is the boys that come from my own hood, man.
without a doubt, without a
Best
doubt,
talent. I
without a doubt.
Kyrie guys like this guy named Kyrie Jones, man. We played against West Alamance. No, we played
Mhm.
against Southwest Edgecombe.
Okay, yeah, that's career. Okay, you done took you done over at Escombe County.
We scored 21 points in less than a minute in the fourth quarter.
Dang, they ain't had little one out there.
Linwood had already see the year before they beat us. I didn't play
Oh,
that game.
okay,
They
okay.
beat us the year before. I didn't play that game, and I'm like, who is that? I mean, he's long and lanky. I mean, although I wanted to punch him in his chest. That's what I
Giving
wanted
hey,
to
look
do.
out there giving people work, boy.
Word.
Giving them work. Little one was a
Oh,
dog in
caught
high
the
school.
ball at the one. Ooh, I was hot right before the half. I'm looking
Hmm.
at this like that next year we played MTZ. We played them twice that year. We played them in the non-conference. We beat them. Then we met them in the playoffs. We beat them.
Man,
Going back to
Southwest.
Pound Top.
That was bad when Southwest. So that was my problem in high school. That's who our issue was. They was our rival. So again, bro, just like when it's bad. Look, we was young. We weren't really that talented yet. So y'all playing us, and y'all like, bro, they some they we about to walk all over. We
So you
played
played
y'all,
against
bro.
Battle,
Bro, oh yeah, bro, we played
Samuel Battle.
with Sam and Linwan on the same team,
When I saw Sam for I wanted to play Sam so bad, bro. I wanted to play him
bro.
so bad.
Both of them on the same squad was like,
They were good though. I can't stunt. They were
bro,
good.
that era of Southwest. Literally every year, every time we had to play them, it was like, you know what? If we can get past them, we can go win the state championship.
Let me ask you
Because
this.
they gonna make a run. They gonna make a deep run in 3A, and we can if we can beat them, or if we can get real close. And every year, bro, we find a way to it would fall the
They
same way,
ran into us, bro. In the playoffs, they ran into us.
and that's
I'm telling
wild. They're like they ran into y'all, but
listen to
though, bro, but rivalry games too are different. Like even
oh
when
yeah.
when I was at Duke and you was at Carolina, like my freshman year, something like them teams that we had at Duke shouldn't even have been close games, bro. But it was some close games, and it was like
Rivalries.
it's
Because
rivalry
I
games. They
used
gonna
to
play
say the
this.
same thing. You know how it is, man. Being from down there, and people talking about Duke football compared to Carolina football. Playing in those games, you be like, you don't, going into that game, I can't even learn. I'm like, my first year, I'm like, man, we finna beat them by 40. Close games. NC State, I only beat them once.
Bro, that's the crazy part. Is it's like you watch them, go play Syracuse, Louisville, Virginia Tech, and you like, bro, they get wiped. We finna kill them. You come out there, it's the third quarter, where it's a tie game, and you like,
0-0.
what is going on, y'all? Y'all not y'all? Is this the same team we watched on tape? Like, come on,
No,
dog.
bro, they
But
had guys like Willie Young, Sweezy played defense.
yeah, Sweezy was still on defense, bro.
I
What you
hated
talking
Sweezy, man.
about,
Me and
man?
Sweezy about to fight every game. Good, I mean, good football guy. After the game, we good. But in the game, we don't like each other. You know how I am, bro.
It was a
You
linebacker at that. Like, it was a linebacker. A linebacker turned guard, bro. A
tough.
linebacker
No, he
turned
was he
guard.
was a D tackle.
I thought he was a D tackle.
D
I thought
tackle.
he
I'm
was.
talking about we. That's who was in front of me. Whole game, him and Cash.
Oh,
Cash.
yeah. Oh man,
I
you know,
done been playing against Cash forever, man.
you know
Four,
who I
five.
dealt with. You know
Ooh.
who I dealt with? Mike Rose, bro.
What do you think about Mike Rowe, man? I like Mike. Mike knew what was up, man. When he was
Mike,
in
bro. Mike hit me with a fake spin move, and Mike hit me with an outside spin move.
he tried
And
it.
both won. And from that point on, I respected Mike. Like every time I
Mike
said, "What's up, bro?"
sleepy good. He one of those like Quentin Copeland's type guys, you know. Like Copeland's, you gonna look at Copeland's and you're gonna be like, man, the size, like dog might got it.
Mhm.
But then you see what he can do with like not with just his power, but his finesse move, his hands, his
Yes,
placement with his feet. I'm like, that's what made those guys special. They turned those little bitty things into key points of their game. Aaron Donald. I said, dog, if you ever watch him, all he doing is grabbing and moving your hands.
bro.
I-
He be forklifting people. That's why I tell like, bro, when I coach D line, I'm like, listen, if you can catch their hands or control a guy wrist as an O lineman, bro, all I can do is I'm turning around, throw it, throw the ball, throw it,
you
hurry up.
gotta,
Like, he got my wrist. I can't control this man. Throw the ball, like
you know how
hurry
it
up.
is playing behind. Who was your quarterback in Saskatchewan?
Man, I had Zach, bro.
You know how it is when them boys want to pack that ball and say him hunted.
Listen, bro, that boy. Matter of fact, I'm glad you bring this up, bro. I'm glad you bring this up.
People
Let's
don't
talk
know
about
about that, TC.
let's talk about the CFL, bro. Because look,
Oh,
I done had Phil Blake up here. I done had my boy Philip up here. I done had Josiah. Bro, I had Josiah up here a couple weeks ago. Yeah, bro, I had Joe up here, bro.
my
Yeah,
look.
he was on though, man. He was up here, bro. Like, and I tell like so many people. Like, first of all, bro, shout out to you, bro, because I was not finna go up there and play. Look, real quick story. I called my dog. Quick. They offered me that contract. I said, bro, you
Take
been
it.
up there. I trust what you gotta say, bro. And tell me what's up. You said, hey, bro, come on. I said, bro, for real? You said, bro, come on, bro. You finna have fun. You finna have so much fun. So much fun. But it's the thing is, the football is not harder than what we played in the ACC. And I was
No,
like, bro, what you mean? He was like, bro, listen, the best player you play in the ACC, you not finna see him up here. He's in the NFL. So everybody you playing against is yeah, bro. You ain't got them. You look, ain't no Ryan Kerrigans,
no,
ain't no Aaron Donalds. Like,
no.
nah, bro, the people don't exist up here. And I was like,
And you know what's crazy, TC? Other guys didn't understand what we meant by that. Think
bro,
about it. Like, cause my dog Yoshi, man, Jamarcus Hardrick. My
still,
dog now
still playing,
still playing. I
still
love it.
playing.
When we used to talk about guys like Mika Johnson,
Still
Armando
playing.
School,
Dog, Mondo, one of a kind, bro.
one
One
of a
of a
kind.
kind, bro. I gotta
First
get
time I
Mondo.
seen him. First time I seen him, TC, my rookie year, I wasn't even playing. I'm like, man, ain't no way he that good. I seen him throw Sook 7 yards
Bro, I kept telling him, I said, bro, I've seen Mondo take a guard from this B gap and put him in this B gap. Like, I've seen the center and the guard both move
with him.
laterally. Like, he hip tossed him and he just kept going and he got the sack and then he did the roll and stood up. And
And
I
it
was like,
ain't many that can play with him for a full game.
so when I go and I tell people like that's Warren Sapp. Like, that's the CFL Warren Sapp. That's what that is. Like, that's the CFL version, but it's only 9 teams.
Only
So
9.
if you can handle Mondo, if you like, you can play with him and he don't embarrass you for 4 quarters. Well, you can check them 2 games off the list every year. Like, okay, now you start looking around and you go, all right, let's take let's
You
okay, you
started
look
to
at
figure it out after your
you,
fourth game because I watched you. I
look,
said he
I'm
figuring
like,
it out
okay,
now.
because then I had to play against BC. That was Lemon and Odell. I was at the back end of Odell career, and that's when Lemon was starting to slowly taper off. And I'm like, okay, so y'all boys is just trying to play the vet game. Y'all just trying to bet on sacks. Like y'all
That's
ain't
it.
trying to play y'all ain't trying to make the run.
No,
So bro, it's a
no.
rundown. I'm coming off the yes sir. I'm just ha. And they looking at me like, hey, what's the young boy on? I'm like, look,
You
bro,
you ought to start that Odell team when he was in Edmonton.
Edmonton. That's what he kept telling me this past year. He was like, bro, when I was in here, he was
You
like, when
got
I
to
was in
watch that
Edmonton,
film, bro. If you can get your chance to get your hand on like 2016,
yeah,
2017,
that was the prime. No, yeah, that was prime
the
Trevor Harris.
whole D line. Oh yeah, that's when we were
Oh no, no,
Winnipeg O
no. That
line.
was that was Mike Riley because that was the Ricky Ray Mike Riley move because that's when Jones had just left in 15 after they won it. So that
16
was
they were
like,
good.
yeah, bruh. He was
17 they were good. Listen to me,
because
but
they
them
had
would
Odell,
Odell,
they had Willie, they had all on
uh,
that same team together.
God, Kevin John, some guy named Kevin Johnson, bro. The only CFL lineman that got a sack on me is that guy. He put a spin TC. He put a spin move on me. My face was. I always admit when guys beat me now, it ain't too many. He one of those that I mean, the first game I played in the CFL, I started this game, bro, against Edmonton. And that's when Winnipeg started becoming Winnipeg.
Man, bro.
This
I
man put a spin move on me. Sack. It was bad. I mean, he almost took Matt Nichols out of there.
hey, and I just want to say too, bro, like what you just said is a lot. Like, listen, when I got up there and it was like, okay, I'm playing on the team with the two best pass rushers in the league. I got Chuck and Willie here, like every single week. Now, AC is like a whole different set of issues out there. I got Bowman at the end of his career, so like it was old
You're
Bowman.
lucky.
Yeah, so like I'm looking up and I'm like, all right, bro, all right, I think I got this figured out now. And I literally started taking tally because it was like, look, I'm not gonna give up no sacks to these fools. Like I'm not like they gonna turn on the tape and they gonna say, okay, a little pressure here. Okay, he was on the edge, but
That's it.
you're not finna beat me clean. Like that's
That's
not
it.
happening. And one dude, just like you, bro, one guy got me, and that was Nick Usher, bro. Nick Usher,
He a
Nick
guy.
Usher got me,
He's
and
a guy.
he guided me off motor, bro. It's all motor. I had come back off. I had torn
See,
my
he started to
hamstring.
feel it during that time of his career. He coming up.
Yeah, yeah, because he was he was new face, fresh face,
He
bro.
knew
I
I
was
was playing with Nick then. So they used
yeah,
to ask me, bro. They used to ask me so many questions like, "How do I do this?" I'm like, "Oh man, like I can't give y'all too much, just in case my mind, just in case if I go to another team, I can't give you too much." Like so, Winnipeg was one of those teams, man. So when I was playing, like a lot of the D line coaches, even after the game, they would start asking me certain questions, like, "Bro, how did what made you do that?" Like I'm looking at certain things like body lean. I'm looking at field corner blitz. Man, it's all types of things that I'm look. It just depends on what my keys are. And,
yep,
players don't know about that. To honestly, good programs teach players that young and early in their career. Guys like me, I didn't get that to college. Like moving, like going to the second level.
bro.
I,
Bro, in college when somebody moved for the first time, I was like, hey, can he do that? Like I'm used to him just standing there. Like he either gonna hit the gap or yeah. Look, I was like, hey, hold
hold
on.
on, man. I done came all out of the stands. What y'all doing? Coach, hey, look, Sam Pittman, hey, what you doing? Hey, what he doing?
He can't go out there. What's he going out there
No,
for?
he
Y'all
going.
ain't tell me he can do that.
He said, "Oh, that's a rap blitz. A rap? What the
I'm telling you, bro. I'm
TC?
telling you.
First year, everything. It was like they were speaking Japanese, man. A Sam rap.
Bro.
Look, it sounded like Chinese my
Bro,
first couple of weeks
like
in
this
there.
is battery X, and I'm like, what?
What? Check green 34. What we running? Oh, okay.
But ain't it crazy how we started off like that and ended up being the smartest people in the room?
It's crazy, man.
That was my O line coaches. Like that was the one thing he used to always tell me. He used to be like, bro, like, and even with like Soros, like Soros would look at me and I would have a whole list of information. I walk off the field. Hey man, if that safety go creeping off the hash, they bringing it from the field. Like he
That's it.
gonna play around. He gonna play around and wait till the last second, but he holding it, trying to mess with his eyes. If the back scoot out one step, he can hit that back. He's like, he just look.
They don't
Okay,
understand it. I'm like, man, we don't see that corner blitz coming. That wheel walking down. He
man,
bringing it
like
from the boundary. What we doing?
the wheel pushing out there. Like we might as well
Hey,
just check it. He's like, yeah, yeah, you
check,
right.
check, check.
Look, he looking at the iPad. Yeah, you right. Okay.
Check it to a jet, man. We running zone to the right. What you
Run,
doing?
run right into it. Catch them while they moving, cut up underneath it, hit our head off the goalpost.
Andrew Harris for 6.
Man, boy, I used to hate that, boy. I used to, and the most illegal part of it was the 3 American offensive linemen y'all playing. You got you playing guard beside Yoshi, and I'm like,
Besides Stan.
I was about to say, no, you were beside Stan. Yeah, you. So I'm looking, and I'm like, it should be
Dog.
illegal for him to even get O lineman of the year. He
Why
playing
you think
beside
they
an American
changed? Why you think they changed the by the
man.
time my 4th year came, they changed the rule to if you played on the team 4 years or more, you can be
Yeah,
considered American. I mean
yep.
Canadian.
Canadian, yeah, yeah.
Many people don't utilize that rule.
And y'all used it, boy. Y'all used it. Y'all used it. And look, I'm sitting there looking at the rule. I'm just waiting. I'm like, Sash, if we mess around and y'all keep me long enough, hey,
Hey,
look, I'm about to be in there snapping the ball beside. Damn, boy,
oh,
look
you
now,
didn't see
y'all.
me? You didn't
Look,
see me playing center?
yeah, bro. Oh, look. When you was in Edmonton, I was like, this man Trav has played all 5 spots. One week he at right tackle, the next week he at left tackle, the next week up something happened mid game. They move him to center. They go bring the D lineman in the
It
game.
started in
Put him in,
Winnipeg, man. No,
bro.
it started in St. Louis in the NFL going against Aaron Donald. Oh, you
Man,
could block him?
but
Yeah.
bro, that's the league though. That's the only way you stay. Look, that's the only way you keep a seat in the room. Look, I gotta play all 5, coach. Do what I gotta
All
do,
5.
and
It
better
was on
know.
some fluke. I'm sick, but think about it, TC. I'm 6'8", man. I'm a big wide dude now. Think about it. I'm out here in practice and playing one day, messing with Nick Foles, joking with him. Told him if I give him 5 perfect snaps, I need 7 pair of Jordans. All 5, straight to him. Later on, 5 minutes after that, Coach Boudreaux come right to me. We want you to snap some. Snap? What you talking about? I was just playing. He's like, I'm telling
You
you,
thought
man,
you
they
was
like what they
playing.
saw. Nick Foles like 6'7", 6'8". They like what they saw. And he liked the way you snap it. So hey, that kept me around for an extra 2 years. Shit, I'll take
I'm
it.
telling you, and that's
People
how,
don't
bro.
get that. Offensive linemen don't got many options, man. You either gonna be there or you ain't gonna be there. You don't play special teams. You
What I
ain't
tell,
running down the field.
listen, what I tell everybody is, if you ain't Trent Williams, Tyron Smith, Rodney Hudson, Kelechi Osen, if you ain't one of them, David McKinney, if you ain't one, Brian McKinney, if you ain't one of
Expendable.
them, listen, you better learn how to play all 5 spots, both sides, snap the ball too, cause it's coming, like it's gonna happen.
Even
And
field goal.
bro, being a
I'm doing
wing,
it all. I'm third
tight
string in
end wing.
Winnipeg.
Bro, and that was the one thing I laughed at, like looking back at it, and then like because I coached up there, it was like, man, I know they was tripping because, bro, we was out here running, doing everything. It was like, if you give me as an American, if you give me a chance to run out here and be like, okay, we'll put you as a backup on that. Now I know you can't take me off the bus. Now I know my game check is assured. Whether I'm starting or not, you got to put me as that backup. My
It
game
was
check
so
ain't
good. I was getting so good at it, TC and Edmonton. Games that I didn't dress, I was still getting a game check. I'm too
finesse,
good, dog. I'm an
finesse,
active inactive. I don't care if
finesse.
I got so good at that time period in my career. I used to tell people, I'm like, I don't care if I play. They gotta write that check. That's my kind.
Cut
After the
my
season, you gotta write me 20 bands. No, well, it was 20 bands back then. I need that 20. I'll
shoot.
take it and run with
And
it.
look, you got to play the game up there because they waiting on that day before that roster bonus supposed to hit. So they trying to cut you so they ain't gotta get you over there playing the game like
To
you
keep it
need to win.
real, my last 2 seasons, man, I wasn't even supposed to play. To keep it real, TC, I wasn't supposed to play no more. I was killing the game, man. I'm like, you come in here, you give up one sack, 0 to 1 sack. Oh shit, you can play extra 2 years. And I just kept doing that. And I'm like, I don't care if I play a fifth year. I could care less. I got all I can get out the CFL. I'm gonna tell
You
you
know,
that now.
you know what? You robbed the game, brother. But you know who really robbed the game in Edmonton?
Who that?
Sir V.
Murder. Hey, look,
Shiesty on.
Sir
that
V
boy,
was getting that paper, boy. You hear me?
that boy sitting on IR. He's sitting on 10 games. He's
But you,
sitting, he's sitting on 10 games, second day of camp. I'm
bro,
looking
listen
at
to
the
me.
waiver wire like
You
he already on IR. They already,
They
brother,
kept me around because, sir, because the thing is, I was gonna leave, bro. I was gonna go to Ottawa. I was
yeah,
gonna leave and go to Ottawa. That was my thing. In my mind, I'm like, I'm finna leave and go to Ottawa. They trying to play right now. And I was like, I get it, it's business. But when Sir V got hurt, and in my mind, I'm like, what they trying to do? I don't
bro,
play tackle like that. If it's tackle, it's gonna be right tackle.
bro. Look, that left side, boy,
It's different over there, big
that
fella.
thing get hot sometimes. You be over
You
there like, all right now, all
you
right.
can have a good game, one game. I played against Ottawa in the playoff. Was it the playoffs? In the playoffs, man. Oh, we had a 2 game stretch over there on the East Coast. Then we played against Hamilton. Jannard
Mhm.
Davis. He ate me. I can't. I'll tell that he ate me up. I was like, look, I was not prepared.
Bad build,
Was
bad
not
build.
prepared. I was like, he one of them. You just be like, I'm finna. And you got somebody over here trying to chip. I don't need no help, man. You tripping me up, making me look stupid. Bro, I was hot. I went off on everybody on the sideline.
And he's slippery. He ain't doing nothing but waiting to the chip. He's spinning, using the chipper as yeah. That's all he gonna do. He gonna sit there and get your head nod the whole time. You like,
I
come
told
on.
somebody, I said, man, that would have never happened if I was on the right side. I said, but I got my money.
Look, they was willing to make that paycheck work. Shoot,
Put plus a rent check, man. Look, man, sign me up, big dog.
man, you can't beat it up there, dog. Them rent checks was fire, boy. That way of life up there was when
Then on top, and kids don't get it. They paying you to live, man. A rent check, you get a game check, you get a per diem,
a travel expense, bro. The travel expense was crazy.
you
It was
get
crazy.
discounts on the car. You tell, hey, get a car. I put a
It's
car
in
in
your,
my contract. I
I
gotta
was
have
about to say,
one.
it's in my travel expenses. It's in there. Hey, look, go ahead. That's in there. That's part of it. That's written in.
And see, the thing was when you talk about that business aspect of the game, I tell it like when it came time for me to make a decision about Winnipeg coming in that third year, and I signed with Saskatchewan. Winnipeg, ooh, he tried to lowball me, but the more I thought about it as I got older, I was like, I probably should have did a third year in Winnipeg. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking about just taking the money at the time, and which I did right as a businessman.
I was just about to say, hey, look, you
I
got
did
that
really right
bad.
as a businessman.
Listen, boy, they backed up that Brinks truck for you, my boy. They
I
said,
won't even mad. Bro, I'm at the crib. They sending me bags of stuff.
bro,
Like, oh, we
they
want to fly you out for the weekend. Yeah, come on,
and in Saskatchewan. Oh, listen,
come on.
it's
Look, I'm on
all
the
up.
way. Then after I get, and I wanted, and I didn't even want to tell y'all, bro. I was like, man, I'm finna get released on purpose. I already knew what I was doing. I didn't want to stay out there. I was like, 'cause what they running, man, is then you put me at the right guard. Oh no, it's time to go.
Listen, it's funny because like I said, so coaching with Soros this past year, but Soros already knew it. Like Soros told me he was like, oh, I knew he was gonna take the money and run. I was like, yeah. He was like, he'd have been crazy to stay. They would have cut him. He was like, all the money they paid him, they basically paid him a bunch of upfront money. He got here. He was like, there's no way we were gonna be able to keep that contract on the cap and still
I
have
already
everybody we
knew.
had. And I didn't think about this, but he was like, you remember that year? He was like, that was the year that Jones got rid of CO, BG. He got rid of all them like old OGs that
It
was in there.
started to click.
And he was like,
I,
why? He was like, why did he do that? I was like, I don't know. He was like, because y'all made low money. He had, he was like, bro, he had given all his money away. Like Jones had written all his bread. It was all gone. He
all in
knew it
free
was
agency.
all gone.
That's why I took the signing bonus. I'm like, y'all, they must think I'm crazy. That's why I
bro.
took the signing bonus. I said, cause me and my agent were talking that first couple of days in the camp. I said, hey man, I think somebody trying to be funny. They don't move me to right guard. I said, you know, I don't play right guard no more. I'm left, left guard and right tackle, and a little bit of center. I don't do that other stuff. You know, it is what it is. Business at the point. I'm trying to put my best film out there just in case. And when they
Hey,
did that, Edmonton called me and gave me another 80 with another 20 signing bonus. I won't tripping.
you see what I mean, bro? You see what I mean?
I
That boy
won't
landed.
tripping.
Listen, when they let you go, I was like,
TC, you know what I was doing when y'all were playing that night? I
what?
was back eating wings and pizza. You know what I was doing on my Bob Marley vibe? Look, right in Saskatchewan, watching the game, sitting right at the crib,
Yeah,
watching the
was
game,
ready to go.
ready to go. And look, Edmonton called me right after they played Winnipeg. Right after. I just took that was the reason why I got 80 because I missed that first week. And they mind I already knew I was going to Edmonton. They mind they said they're gonna give me a week out, let me get time to rest up, you know, recruit from the camp or whatever. I was like, yeah, that's fine. They said we can just sign you for 80. You know, you just took 20 from Saskatchewan. They were straight Brock was straight up. I said I fool with Brock, but when it comes to business, man, you got to be just ruthless as them. You
Yeah,
know, and people look at me like I be tripping. I'm like, look, man, I got all I can get. And
and
I
that's
ain't never bat an eye.
especially up there, bro. You got to, cause it's not that, bro. They are allowing. Y'all said it best. They are allowing us to play in their league. It is not our league. It is not the NFL. If you want to play in your league, you want to play in your ball, go play in the NFL.
What
Like
I told you when you
otherwise,
came up there, it ain't about NFL no more. I said it's CFL. I said
yes,
I'm telling you, man. I said that's why I kept preaching to you. Think about it. That first 2 weeks in camp, remember, think about how much I kept telling you, because I knew I was gonna leave. I was like, look, man, get that money. They gonna do it. All you need to do is have half a good season.
that's it. And
That's
that's
it.
and that's low key what I ended up doing because once I didn't get active until like week 9, week 10, and at that point, we halfway through, and I'm like,
And think about the guy they kept that played guard after I left. Dark skinned kid, big guard. Oh, he was from
you talking about bladed?
no. Bladed played left guard. I'm
You
talking about
talking
the
about
right guard. Big dude. Couldn't
talking
move.
about,
I mean, he got ate up that game. He played like 2 games, they cut him. 3 games, they
a
cut him.
Deucey?
No, it won't a dude. I can't think of I'm gonna get I got a picture of somewhere. Big dude, man. He might have played at Old Miss somewhere.
Because they didn't keep Jarvis, did they?
That's his name.
Oh, but no, they wouldn't let Jarvis play guard.
Jarvis did play guard for 2 games and they cut him. It might have been anywhere from 2 to 4 games. And you ain't never hear from Jarvis again. Jarvis was a
I
dark skin
remember when
guy.
they cut my dog. Yeah, I remember when they cut my dog because my
He was
dog.
my dog too. You know what
My
we were
dog,
doing every
yeah, I'm
day?
about to say, yeah, because all of us kicked it together. And he was like, "All right, TC, I'm about to go, bro. They done let your boy go." And I was like, "Damn, bro, what
He
happened?"
ain't do nothing. What I told TC before I knew all about Lee, I said, all right now, y'all boys better buckle up. I
You
already knew
said it.
about that happening.
You said it,
Because I knew they were gonna throw
and we
y'all
were
in the fire. Cause
and we
y'all would
were with
cheat. I
Jones,
knew it.
and we were with Jones, bro. Look,
I couldn't practice with that man. All that practicing. No, I ain't practiced like that in Winnipeg. I might have
bro.
practiced 3 times a week, if that, twice.
My dog used to look. Jones, my dog, but boy, he gonna put that mileage on you now. He gonna
You know
put that.
where Jones at now, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta
I
go take a visit.
I actually talk to him pretty regularly, bro.
Really, you tell Jones, I said I'm coming up there to Carolina real soon. He better roll out the red carpet. I
Bro,
appreciate that 20 grand though.
wait till I tell you this. Guess who recruits your high school from that school?
Who? Jones? He ain't recruiting nobody.
Cause guess who high school? Guess what high school he recruit? Guess what other high school he recruits?
Yours? He ain't gonna find.
Look, he called me. He said, "You from Tarboro?" I said, "Born and raised, baby." He was like,
He don't even know I'm from down there, dude.
He don't. But he didn't know. He didn't know where any of it. And he said it. He was like, "Now I see why y'all are the way y'all are. There's nothing down here." Like I
I'm
was like,
telling.
"Coach, we had two choices. You can go work or you can go play sports.
And
That's it.
I ain't doing the
I'm
first
not
part,
trying to
bro.
go work. Like I don't want to go to work at Walmart. I'm good. So I'm gonna go play these sports and we gonna have fun."
And get me a degree. That's what
And
I'm gonna do. I ain't doing that other stuff.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
But Jones doing good now, man. Based off what they got going on in the transfer portal right now at Carolina, I like our odds, but we gonna have to see what we can do when the tape come on, cause it look good with your name coming across the stream, but if you ain't making no plays, man,
I
you
put it
just
to you
another
like
guy.
I put it to you like this, brother. Based on what I've seen and what I know, the problem is still up front.
Oh yeah,
The
even
back
the guy.
end, the back end is as good as it's ever been. Like that's the part where they can match up, and it's like okay, like we're good here, but protecting them, running it, and stopping the run and getting to the queue, bro. Them
Did you
four,
get to see Zach Rice play at Carolina? He transferred to Syracuse.
listen, bro. So I know Zach, bro. Like
What
I
you
know
think
Zach.
about his game, man?
If I'm being completely honest with you, bro, I don't think Zach got a true honest. Bro, Zach's changed O line coaches every year he was there. Like every year he was there, it was a change of O line coaches. And Zach got a lot of what I like to call like 80-20 coaches or like pro football O line coaches,
Yeah,
where I'm coaching my starters. If you're not a
that's
starter,
it. Yeah,
figure it out.
or learn. You got to
Yeah,
learn.
you better ask the guy playing in front of you that I'm coaching because I'm not spending my time trying to coach any of y'all in the second or third row. The
It ain't
first
many
row,
Sam Pittmans out there and
no.
Kaepernicks and those. It ain't many guys like that no more.
Like you even had Brad, bro. Like Brad was there with Sam, and he down there at LSU now. Like
Huh?
yeah, bro. You know Brad, O line coach at LSU. Yeah, bro. I talked to Brad. Yeah, bro.
UGA Brad.
Bruh, GA Brad Davis? Yes, bruh. The O lineman that just went to the Patriots? Yeah, bruh. Yeah, that's Brad. That's Brad, bro. Yeah.
Brad was all right though. Brad, he's a college guy. He's
He
a
is.
college guy. O line wise, I like what he teach. Even when he was there with us, he was there like my first and second year, maybe my first year, I believe. He wasn't there long. He
Yeah,
wasn't there
because
long at
I
all.
want to say he left and went to William and Mary or like
Hmm.
JMU after that.
Yeah.
Shortly after that, he wasn't there too much longer because shoot him, Browning and Sam were the three that recruited me. And he told me he was like, look, bro, you gonna have to play center here. Like you ain't got no choice. Like you a center here.
Height
Yeah,
wise.
and that's what he kept saying. He was like, "You're not tall enough. You're not long." And I'm like, "Bro, Duke is telling me I'm a left tackle. Like they swear down I'm a tackle." And
I
he's like,
always told the boys you was a left tackle. I
"Bro,
told them, I said the crazy thing about TC, bro, TC one of those, he's like me. He's a utility guy. I said TC can play anything. I
yeah,
said, but
like
TC flourish at left tackle. I said people look at his size and they look at it, but I was like, boy, that boy will work you.
listen,
Hands?
going
One
hands and feet you. I'm not about to go out there and wrestle you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it." Look, that
he ain't
250 in
gonna do it.
that 250 in the CFL was not a joke. At 295, I still won't trying to take on that bull rush. I was like, "Nah, bro,
No.
you
And
got
that's
it."
one thing I felt like me playing left tackle as I progressed in my career, I was more subject to the book because I was so damn big.
Yeah,
And I was like,
you
bro,
cool with it. I'm like, nah, bro, y'all got that.
I used to love see that bank now going
Mm-mm.
inside and just playing physical with those guys, man. Guard was my calling. I'll tell anybody now. I love playing guard and I could play right tackle. I wasn't the greatest left tackle in my later down my career. I said, but I could play. That's what I got recruited as. I said, but somebody knew better than I did to put me at guard because I would have never guessed that.
Bro, that guard, boy, you in there mauling people. You
TC,
in
I was like
there,
you.
because, bro, by the
I don't
time the
want none of that.
ball snap, your hands is already on them, and I'm like, bro, they're taking a step, and he grabbing. Like he
Every time.
immediately grabbing them when they taking a step. They ain't
You
got
got
no.
to.
And that's why when I was like, so that's why when I went in there, I was like, bro, it's a joke. Like I'm in there punching them to death in there. I'm like, bro, I'm not grabbing them. I'm wow. I'm throwing four punch combos at people. Like, man,
Cause look, Double D used to get mad every time. I hate that fake punch. Why?
listen. I'm trying to throw your timing off. I'm trying to mess with you. I'm trying to do everything because I am not about to sit here and take on these bull rushes. I am
I'm gonna
not
tell you how I caught
doing
on
it.
to it, TC. When they put the speed guys in at the three techniques, because they
Oh,
did that a lot in my career, my early career in the CFL. I
mhm.
got a lot of the speed guys at the three techniques. And the one thing that I learned from playing tackle in the NFL is how they come off the ball.
Yep,
Just like that. What I jump them. I'm playing jump ball.
bro. So, bro, it's funny. I'm coaching O line down here. And I told the head coach, I said, coach, because like we, looking through protections, and he's got like a real drop back protection. Now, none of my old linemen are over 6 foot. None of my old linemen are over 250. Like yeah, relatively small, but scrappy, like scrappy. They out there trying to mix it up. They want to hit somebody. Like,
That's
so
what you
I
want, though.
love it. So all five of them out there hunting contact. I looked at them, I said, listen, y'all, until further notice, you're never gonna I'm not making y'all sit back. I'm not doing it. We are jumping everything right here. We gonna fight this fight on the line of scrimmage. So then down here, everybody want to line up their DNs right on the outside armpit of the tackle. So his hand is on the arm. Yes, bro, he that close. So I'm like, perfect. Jump him. Jump him.
Every
He's standing right
time.
there. Jump him. Don't go back. Don't back up. Don't turn. Jump him. It should look like the front side of inside zone right there, right now, like right now,
When I
bro.
played tackle, that's all I did.
When I tell you, we watching tape, and I'm watching the linebackers and safeties on pass plays run up to the line of scrimmage because all they seeing is it look like inside zone to them. They can't tell no difference. The
No.
jump sets, it's all like, they just seeing feet move, guy go forward, and they like they coming down the run fit. We just chucking balls behind people, and I'm like, y'all gonna find out one day, man. Like,
What do you think about the coaching down there, though? Be real with me.
oh, bro, that's why I stayed, bro. The coaching is non-existent here. It's non-existent. It's not, bro. It is the pee wee ball mentality. I'm going to have more athletes than you. I am going to load up with more athletes, and I'm going to run what I run. If you figure out schematically how to stop it, I have no counterpunch. I have no alternatives. I'm not going to change what I do. I'm a one trick pony, bro. I do one thing, and we do it really good, and I load up with the most athletes I can.
So how long these coaches normally keeping their jobs down there? But like, I know the talent level gonna be good in states like Florida, Texas. But
You
when I'm looking at these athletes, I'm like, do they got it here though to play beyond that?
depends on where you go to school at. So if you really covet the game and you really want to like invest in yourself, you go to a place where you know they're going to invest in you. Like, so
Right.
schools that are private, that put guys in Florida virtual,
Okay.
that are like, we're going to train you. We got coaches around that we're actually paying good money to be here to invest in you. But then you got a lot of the way this area that I'm in, especially like Pinellas County, is just like the crib, bro. It's just like the crib. It's a bunch of like, to be honest with you, the athletes over here are better than the athletes in Tampa. Like, they way better. Like, they way better. But the resources are way less. So
Oh,
you dealing with like kids that are playing on like a patch dirt field sometimes. Like, yeah. But you also dealing with a kid that's 6'3", 240 pounds, and got 240 tackles playing Mike Backer, and then run 4.6.
you
Like, you
can't coach
dealing with that. Yeah. So
that.
like and what ends up happening, and they don't pay, like they don't really pay the coaches well. So you got a bunch of coaches that are staying in the area because they're familiar with it. They're familiar with the
hmm
families, the community. They got a relationship with the kids. So the investment really is the kids, the program, or it's just like flat out ego. like I'm ego tripping because I wanted to be I should have been a pro player, and I'm out here coaching now, and I'm gonna make sure this kid turns into this. Like, you either get that or you get flat out like, I'm a full blown community investment. I'm invested in being here. And like, I'll be honest with you, um if you took the coaching in like Charlotte, Mecklenburg, Union County, and you put it back home, like in our area, you would see the best football in the state in our area because of the type of kids we got. If you took the coaching, if you took the resources out of Hillsboro, like Pasco, like Tampa area, and you put it
Yeah.
here, you might see more kids coming out of here than like you'll see just as many kids coming out of this area as you would in like Broward Day.
But that's what we say about kids from the 252.
It's
I
that's
said, like we know Todd Gurley, we know Jacoby, we know Julius Peppers, we know the Travis Bonds and Kevin. I'm like, but there were multiple guys like that. Not stepping on nobody's game whatsoever. But I tell people, I was like, you gotta understand where these guys came from. Todd ain't always been Todd. I ain't always been Travis. But in a sense, I've seen guys that I felt like had a chance. But because of the resources and the way the style of coaching was, I tell guys, kids don't even know how to get up to they don't know how to get up to second level. A lot of schools down there, that's unheard of
I'm
for
telling you.
an offensive line to get up to the second level. I tell, even when I played, like getting to the second level was unheard of, bro. Like you move the down line, but that's all you focus on.
That's it. And you let the running back try and run over or maneuver out
No,
or go
right.
one on one with a linebacker. Like, that's
But
it.
and being in show, I realized like when I coached at Mallard Creek High School, and you got 4-star offensive linemen, and you can actually teach a double team, bro, to the wheel backer. I'm like, bro, like we can actually run power. Like my first year at TC, it blew my mind. I'm like, cause I go back home and people telling me like, oh man, like they can't run this too advanced, too advanced.
Bruh.
What are we
Football,
talking about?
football simple.
It's
Football
simple.
simple for a reason.
TC, I coached in Burt T before. People don't even know this. Coached in Burt T back in 2015. I was there for 5 weeks when I got released. The first time I got released. Came down there. We went 5-0. That is one of the best teams I ever coached in my life because those guys, these guys watched me play when I was in high school. And then I get a chance, like they don't really know what's going on, but they know you. And they seen you play on Sundays just a couple months ago now. And
Yep.
you come back home and you giving them information based off what I've done and how it's supposed to look. And like, oh shoot, coach, we just beat them 50-0. That's what we used to do, bro. Let's keep it going. Now we
That's
got
it.
to get up to the Mike linebacker, and then we got to pull around to get the like, bro. I'm telling you, if you do these things and you run outside zone and actually run to the corner of your person and just
Bro.
keep going, your running back will make the play.
Bro, you sound like me.
Oh
You
my
sound like me.
god.
But that's why I coach down here, bro. Because it's that easy. Because I'm
It's
sitting here
that
going,
easy.
listen, I guarantee you, we gonna run inside zone, we gonna run outside zone, and we gonna run a gap scheme. And
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tweak all of them every week. And I guarantee you, I'm gonna have a change up, and you only gonna show up with a fastball every week.
TC,
That's
we
what it's.
running duo.
I Okay, you don't even got to get into that down here. Like like doing that down here, you doing a lot. It don't take all that.
Huh?
Okay, yesterday we played a school in the spring game, bro. We ran zone read the entire way down the field. We ran 2x2 zone read, 2x2 zone read. They never had a quarterback player. He pulled the dive every time, and the quarterback would take off running, and he would get 30 yards, and then he would slide because he
No
ain't super
way.
fast.
You can't do
And
that in Charlotte.
they never had a quarterback player. And I was like, you would
You
think after the fourth time that happened, they would like actually look at him and be like, okay, somebody's got to take the dive and be a crash guy, and somebody's got to scrape outside and take the quarterback. No, but linebacker go fill the B gap, the defensive end go down, take the dive, quarterback pull it, run around the edge. He one on one with the free safety. Free
oh,
safety.
you
They
be
single
stressed
him.
out. You be stressed out on Saturdays.
Oh, I be sitting over there. I be over there, bro. I be laughing. Like
It's
I
crazy.
I pull up the iPad. I make like two little tweaks. Ball game. Ball game.
They don't want some coaches don't want to listen to offensive linemen. They think we know too much. I'm like, I don't know too much. I'm just trying to make it easy. I don't
Man,
like to work too hard.
we see, bro, and I'm telling you, we see football at its simplest form because it's like, look, they got to cover all these gaps. Somebody in this box is not good, so we gonna figure out who it is, and
And real quick,
we gonna run it that gap every time. That's
we
the gap
got
we gonna
film.
take.
And see, and I tell kids, man, like being in the front of 2-5, like you don't like you watch film, but you don't dissect film. Up
Uh,
here, I can honestly say, man, in the Charlotte area and high schools that is used to winning, they know how to dissect film. That's part of practice. You know,
mm,
you got to get this film in. You got to go to the weight room. The only kids that get recruited are weight room guys and guys that know how to dissect film to make themselves better. If you
mm-hmm.
watching film to try to see highlights, I'm like, oh, you a fan.
Nah,
You
yeah,
ain't trying to be no football player.
nah,
Like when
that ain't gonna cut it.
I tell my mama could tell you, my mama didn't know nothing about football, and being able to like, she could tell you to this day, like he used to be back in the room like yelling and cursing at the TV. Yeah, I'm yelling and cursing at myself, dog. Like, how did you take a step like that? I'm in 10th grade. Like, why are you taking a step like that? I'm out here writing little stuff down. I'm going back to school the next day. I can't wait to see my coach. Like, man, look, I know what I'm doing wrong now. You coming into practice, you working these things. And I played with Dominique Cherry, Kevin
Mm-hmm.
Swain, Desmond Didi Williams. I played with all these guys. And I tell people, like, I thought some of these guys was God's gift to a football field until I realized and started to understand, man, what I bring to this football team. The physicality, the know-all, the know what offense and defense linemen supposed to do, what type of steps we supposed to do. I'm teaching my old lineman how to take pass sets. Like things like that gave Didi enough time to throw the football. Like he don't never got to admit to it. Him or Kevin saying Kevin Swain got the record at my high school 2 years back to back, over 2,300 yards both seasons to break the high school rushing record. We still hold those records. I said that's slight work back then, man. You
That's
know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
That's crazy, and that's good. That's what it takes, bro.
Yeah,
And that's the hunger that like I actually want to get better. I actually want to improve. I actually want to be the best out here. Just
exactly.
because all right, it's another step, it's another level I can take to this. Like I'm okay. I'm starting here. I done moved here. Let me see how high I can get with this thing. Because if
Yes,
I really
sir.
figure it out, oh, now I'm out here. I can fix problems on the field. Coach ain't really got the coach. We win the game, but now I'm seeing the big picture of how everything is moving too.
Look,
And man, that's
I thought I knew ball until I saw it in my freshman year in college. Until I saw it in that first training camp, and I'm like, bro, what's going on right now? You know, what we talking about?
and it's
This don't
fast
look like
too, bro. It's
basic
fast.
lead and basic counter. No, this don't look like that.
I was used to right and left, literally being in the
That's
play
it.
name, and it's
That's
like
it.
you telling me which way to go. Like, cool.
Counter trade right. 33 lead. I know we going. Yeah, I know these things, but
Yeah,
what we talking about here don't make sense.
it's
Z corner X fly,
uh,
34 count. I'm like, what? What we
shit.
running?
Two jet X dragon Y flat. What is a jet dragon flat? Nigga, look. Hey
Kids gonna be.
baby, how are you?
Oh yeah, that's a little one.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
little girl, man. Look, I was about to say, man, we done hit the mark, we done hit the time mark, bro.
Look, I know
And
my
she,
dog down there waiting on me too.
man, look, she don't miss nothing. And she be waiting on me, dog.
I
Waiting.
already know it.
She been waiting since I got up here. When I go down there, I gotta play with her till it's bedtime. So, man, I appreciate you jumping on, bro.
No doubt,
Definitely
man.
appreciate you coming on, man. Definitely heard the real. Definitely always good to rap with my dog, man. Hopefully, those that tuned in, tapped in, learned a lot. We're gonna definitely have to do this again,
Yes,
bro.
sir. We
I
got to
got
get Terry up here.
Man, oh, I'm gonna get Shank up here. Look, we gonna look. I got a little idea, bro. We gonna do us a little Duke UNC little
Yeah,
deal. We
let's
gonna
get
get
it
up here,
going,
man.
man.
We
Get your
gonna
D tackle. Who was dude? D tackle?
um who you talking about? Oh yeah,
The
yeah, yeah, yeah. He played D tackle. Yeah,
number
yeah. Brooks played D tackle.
91.
Yeah,
I remember
Um,
him. Yeah.
yeah. Bruce played D tackle, man. Shoot, but that's what I think I'm gonna do, man. Is like get a little crew of us together, man. Get up here, chop it up, talk
Well, the
about,
season coming soon, so we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
man. And that's why I'm thinking about it, because I'm like, they go home, man.
Yeah.
I say, hey, baby, come here. This my this homie, bro. You say hey. Hey. Say hey,
Hey, little
everybody.
one.
Say hey, everybody.
They
I
always
appreciate
got